Thank you, Maurice. Our next inductee.
Josh Schwartz, baseball, 2002 to 2005. The Rowan Athletics Hall of Fame class of 2016. Josh Schwartz was one of the, if not the most dominant pitcher to ever wear the brown and gold. Josh led Rowan to back-to-back Mid-Atlantic championships in 2004 and 2005, where the Profs advanced to the third round of the College World Series in both seasons. He was also named to the NCAA All-Tournament team in 2005. He was a three-time American Baseball Coaches Association All-American, earning first-team honors his junior and senior seasons. Josh was also an All-Region first-teamer 3 times and was named the region's Pitcher of the Year in 2005. Josh was named the NJAC Pitcher of the Year in 2003, 2004, and 2005, where he earned first-team All-Conference honors in all 3 seasons. He was also honored as the NJAC Male Athlete of the Year his senior season.
If there's one word that comes to mind with Josh is competitive. He had a competitive spirit about him, and everything that he did really comparable to no one. Every time, from an athletic standpoint, every time Josh got on the mound, you knew your team had an opportunity to win. He wanted to get out there, and no matter who he was facing, he knew he was going to get out there and win.
Josh's 1.50 ERA in 2004 is third lowest in program history, while his 315 innings pitched is third highest in program history. Josh allowed the fewest hits per 9 innings out of any pitcher that ever came through Rowan, as he allowed 7.29 a game, and he ranked second in career strikeouts with 305.
Josh was probably the most mentally tough person I've ever been around. If there was a game that you needed to win, Josh was going to go out there and win. The type of person Josh was, as an example, as he's going for the number of wins that he had in his career, he came into the office November one year, and I think he was at 24 wins in a row. And there was a pitcher down at, I believe it was Ferrum down in North Carolina, had 24 straight wins in a row. He begged me and Coach Cole to play them opening game of the year so he could pitch against that kid and he could beat that kid's record. He could continue on with his record. That's just the type of person he was.
Josh holds the program records in career complete games with 17, career shutouts with 8, lowest career ERA at 2.03, shutouts in a season, wins in a season with 13, career wins with 38, and his unbelievable 37 straight victories is not only a program record, but an NCAA record amongst all divisions. In his 4 years, Josh faced 1,302 batters, and they hit just 220 against the lefty. He allowed just 71 earned runs in 50 appearances and had a strikeout to walk ratio of 3-1. And Josh has 1 save to his name, so he could do it all.
I'm so proud of Josh having this recognition of being in the Hall of Fame here at Rowan. It is a well-deserved honor. The accomplishments that he's had, both on and off the field, are exactly what we look for in a student athlete here at Rowan. And I'm just excited to spend the day with them and get to see him receive this award.
Josh Schwartz was a once-in-generation player, and we are glad to welcome him to the Shirley O'Day Joyce Sullivan Athletics Hall of Fame.
Please welcome Josh Schwartz.
Before I start, Mike, thanks for those kind words. It's touching. Congratulations to the other inductees. Thank you to the athletics department here. I'm not into accolades, but this one means a lot to me. This place was special for me. Touched my life in a lot of ways. My parents met here, so I was hatched here. Best man at my wedding, I met here, Jimmy, best friend. Everyone I've worked for in my life was a connection through Rowan. I'm a baseball coach now. I got to work under Mike and learn coaching through him. Great friend and great mentor to me. where I work now at the University of Pennsylvania, is also with a Rowan alum. When I was a teacher, I was hired by Rowan people. Best thing that ever happened to me is my wife, Laura. I met her late in my time here, well, my athletic time, early in my academic time here. But Laura's been the best thing in my life ever. We have a great family now and a wonderful future in front of us for that family. So thank you to her. Baseball, close second. When I think about my career here, I'm happy for a couple things. I'm happy the team achieved. We got to go to 2 College World Series, have 2 regional titles. You know, missed out on the big one, but we're close and the journey was good. The reason our teams were special was because the people on the team were special. As men and as baseball players and coaches. Some of them here I'd like to talk about, some not here. Guys that couldn't be here, Brian Saccani, Herb McFarland, Mike Sclafani, year older, good leader, captain of the pitching staff, very important. Some impressive guys over here to my right, thank you for showing up, I appreciate it. Guys like Keith Smicklow, when I was young, he was a leader. He taught the young guys how to do things the right way. He handled pitchers as a catcher. Nick Urbanovich, great second baseman, wonderful, wonderful leader, wonderful focus and game awareness. Just a brilliant baseball kid. Always in touch, tough, mentally tough, got it done when you needed him to. Supportive, just the right kind of kid, serious. Frank Galeota, let's stay with second baseman here. Frank Galeota, I didn't get to play with long, but he came after Nick and filled a big hole and filled it well, and I'll let them hash it out over who was the better second baseman because they're both pretty darn good. Frank could really handle the bat. Frank could field. Frank could pretend that he couldn't run when we had to do sprints, but in reality he was pretty fast. Ryan Kulik's here. Ryan was on the other side of the spectrum. Ryan was young when I was old. Ryan did a great job for us as a freshman. When I was a senior, helped us get where we wanted to go. I also hope that being older when Ryan was younger, I hope I got to move some things in his direction and teach him a few things. And hopefully he, learned a bit from me like I did from the older guys. Jimmy Comprelli's here. Jimmy was a two-way guy for us. Started out as a pitcher. Didn't work out great for him, but he became an outfielder and became a pretty darn good one. More than that, Jimmy and I have gone through everything together. He's my best buddy. We're raising families together now. It's important. It's nice. 3 guys that I need to talk about a little more. Tom McCullough is here today. Thanks, Tom. Tommy's a left-handed pitcher for us. My 4 years, his 4 years. We did the whole thing together. Tommy was unbelievable. Tommy's going to be here one day. Should be. Tommy and I had a great relationship. We weren't best friends, but we competed with each other in a very healthy way. Tommy and I always wanted to be the best in ERA against each other. We were always comparing who struck out more on a Saturday. And to be honest, half the time, Tommy had the better day than I did. The other half, maybe it was me. But we fed off each other a little bit. We did it the right way, I think, where we were competitive, but always cheering the other guy on and always wanted the name on the front to be successful. So what you did for me was important, and I really appreciate it. Also, side note, that's the best regional pitcher I've ever seen. I don't think he's given up a run in 3 regional appearances in my mind. And I know for a fact that his senior year he threw 15 innings scoreless, which helped us get to a World Series. So just a dominant left-handed arm for us, and a great kid. Next, Mike Rucci. I can't say enough about how good he was. Mike was our engine. Tommy and I were pitchers and we led, but if you're around baseball enough, you know that it's got to come from everyday guys. And Mike was our everyday guy. He was the work ethic. He was the emotions. He was the talent. He was the off-the-field worker. He was our confidence. And Mike put up some stats that just I can't even really understand. For 3 years, Mike was an All-American here. The first year he did it at third base, which is a position he had never even played, and was an All-American. His junior year, he got back behind the plate as a catcher. He was an All-American, catching the best pitching staff in the country. And then his senior year, he was an All-American, catching every game we played, which catchers don't do. He couldn't fail. It was awesome to see. It was awesome to be a part of. It helped me be better. But it was great to play with a guy like that. And you'll be up here soon enough too. So thank you. Last, John Cole, our head coach. I coach baseball for a living right now. That's what I do. It's awesome. Nobody's impacted me with baseball more than you. John did a few things. His game knowledge is great, and he taught me the game. He taught me how to be an advanced thinker of the game. He taught me how to command the baseball better. He taught me how to read swings and see holes and pick hitters apart. But more than that, he knew what I had in here, and he could get it out. He could just pull it out. He knew I didn't need pats on the back. He knew I needed to get shoved. He knew how to challenge me. He knew we were cut from the same cloth competitively, and he knew how to get the most out of it that he could. And thought it was tough. Jeez. Getting a little soft there, getting old. Getting old. We're going to get around you a little more, I think. And not just for me, as big as the impact was, the impact on the team was just as big. He was our leader, and we were really good. We went to 2 World Series, we won some titles. His goal was to make us great, and we were great. I think John has the highest winning percentage of any coach in baseball history here. And it's no surprise to me. He pushed us and pushed us and pushed us until we were great. And he had the right group of guys that would do that. So my time here was special. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I appreciate today more than you know. Thank you for my guys that are here. It means a lot. Thank you to my wife and my family. The last people I want to thank are my parents and my family members. They raised me the right way. They raised me in a way that allowed me to be good at sports. They made me confident, but they didn't allow an ego. I was in team sports. They never allowed selfishness. I was always supported, but I was never entitled. They just did it right for me, and it helped me go a long way in baseball. I appreciate them very much. Thank you very much.